Hey guys, Destin the RV Guide here, going over more of that RV lifestyle stuff. Together we can tour the newest models, we're going to go over some RV tips and tricks, maintenance tips and tricks, RV news, and a whole lot more. If you're part of that RV lifestyle, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along for more.
Hello there, it's Destin over at Camping World in Conway. We are checking out a 2015 Coachmen Concord 300DS. It's actually a really high-end unit for its heyday here. Full body paint, a whole bunch of upgrades to it, hydraulic leveling system. Quite a bit going on. So let's start off on the outside here. Your bottom piece here is actually going to be your propane connection, along with a nice little outdoor entertainment center here. We got some Jensen outdoor speakers and a Furrion outdoor TV. Little sound area right there. Looks like a little bit of peeling on that edge, so maybe something got down. Propane right underneath there. You're going to have a little bit of outside storage right down there, but the claim to fame for your outdoor storage is going to be in the back here. And I just want to touch on the full body paint. It's nice. I did like a crimson and tan almost. You got 110 volt power outside, big power awning here, and about the whole length of the camper. And one of the things I kind of like about the Concords is the angle that it gives you. It's not really like a flat kind of sidewall here. Let me get this storage area open too, bear with me. And you get a little bit towards the back here too. Towards the back, you got a rear ladder up to a fiberglass roof on this one, which is really nice. They've done away with it over the years. Tow hitch on the back with a 7-way receiver, excuse me. I believe you're good for 5,000 pounds on the hitch. Let me see here. Yep, 5,000 pounds it is on the pole right. Slide topper standard, of course. You got two slides on this one. Both of them are going to be the Schwintek slide out system. Now, usually that worries me on a long full wall slide out because they're really not meant to take a whole lot of weight. But when they split up the weight like this, it's at least a little bit more manageable for that slide out system. And underneath here, you're going to have all your storage areas. Your sewer connection is going to be right back here. You are going to have 12 volt heated tanks or tank heaters on the coach. That's going to be your power connection. Excuse me, did I say power connection? I meant water connections. Outdoor shower here as well, and your tank flush up at the top there. And full body paint on this whole thing. They do have Cooper tires on here. Now, when it comes to the tires, especially on motorhomes, the tread itself usually isn't a problem at all. What you really want to look out for is going to be weather cracking and that sort of thing. Because you'll see old motorhomes with 10,000 miles on them that, never really hit the road a whole lot, but they sat for years and years, and that rubber's degraded and kind of lost its rigidity here. Let's head towards the front. So this is actually on a Chevy chassis, which wasn't the most popular option. You get a little less frill in the front cab, and we'll get into that in a minute here. But you do have side marker cameras as well as a rear view camera and a seamless front cap here, which is really, really nice. Let's head on inside. As you walk in, you got a power step. Your battery box is going to be right underneath here for your house batteries. And then, of course, your chassis battery in the front. You're going to have your battery disconnect and your power awning controls, as well as your outside lights right by the door here. And a nice little outlet to the kitchen. And here we are. Huge countertop on this, which is really, really nice. You got a nice little fireplace right underneath here. All kinds of windows in this camper. I opened it right up. They actually do all open too, so you can get a breeze. Except for that back one there, that is a picture window. Let's start off at the front. So Chevy chassis on this one. You're going to have two power seats here. They do not swivel around. You do have the option to get that on the Ford chassis if you find one of those, but the Chevy chassis, they're fixed, they're standard non-power chairs. This one, you're going to start to see that leather's starting to crack a little bit, but it's holding up fairly well. I see it all the time. It's just the material that they use, that genuine Taiwanese pleather, we call it. Traditional, I believe this one has around 12,000 and change miles on it. You do get the head unit, the big head unit there. That'll be your backup and side monitoring cameras and such. And instead of a traditional Class C, they're going to go with this kind of entertainment center up here instead. So it's a Class B plus, really. So that's going to be your radio controls for your inside speakers here. You got, I believe, a 32-inch TV mounted right up at the top, and then a little bit of storage inside here. All your controls will be right there, and then a decent hidey hole up here. Nice glass cabinetry, nice hardware, stainless hardware that they used. It looks like you see a little sign of water damage right here. So it looks like at some point, maybe there was a leak coming down from the roof seam right here. That would be my first guess. But something we got to point out. Other thing in the front here, they did option a hydraulic leveling system for this. I don't see it a whole lot on Class C's or B pluses, but it's good that they optioned it. Just keeps everything a little bit more stable. Power windows, power locks, you do have that in the front. It is on the Chevy 4500 chassis. I'll provide a link in the description below to get some more info on that. On the slide out area here, you're going to have a nice U-shaped wraparound dinette. You're also going to have the 3-seater couch here, which, again, same thing we're seeing on the leather. It's starting to peel a little bit, but it's holding up fairly well. Now, it is a sleeper sofa, so this will jackknife down into a couch, and you get a little bit of storage under here, too, for, I don't know, linens or something like that. Overhead storage up above. That's actually pretty nice. Now, you're going to notice this rippling on the wallpaper here. And that was like the first thing I noticed when I walked into this thing. I'm like, man, what happened to that? Is that all water damage? It's not. So if you look up here, this is just removing from the wall itself. And that wall is all solid. But what it is that glue, if it gets so hot and so cold and that temperature change, that glue will lose its stickiness. And it'll unadhere from the wall and look exactly like this. And you can see it continuing all through this whole wall here. And, I mean, I'm a salesperson, so go ahead, take it with a grain of salt, whatever you say, but that's solid. That's not wet or punky or anything. So anyways, moving on with the tour, we have a huge wraparound dinette here. It will drop down to a bed, so you got some extra sleeping, even though you don't have the overhead there. Windows actually open up, provides a lot of natural light in this. Even being an older camper using some darker woods, it's bright in here. And I really want to get to the claim to fame, the coup d'etat. Huge countertop, window right in the front here. Underneath that, you're going to have an electric fireplace. Nice little storage cabinet. And these glide real nice. 3 drawers right here. You got 110 volt power right underneath. Circle sink. Residential faucet. You got a 3-burner cooktop on this thing. Underneath, you're going to have a convection oven, not a true oven. So that's maybe points lost for some people there. Now I like under the sink. They give you a huge bit of storage right there, so you can actually put a real trash can. And as I walk down, there's no vents in the floor at all. So at the end of the day, a lot easier to clean up. You know, you're not getting the pet hair out of your floor there. They're all along the side here, which is really nice. Anyways, moving on down the line, breaker box right towards the back, of course accessible even with the slides in, which I'll bring in a few minutes here so we can check that out. Dometic gas electric combo fridge here. Whoop. I was missing the button. Silly me. You got to be smarter than the door, Destin. So gas electric combo, standard size. They match the wood, so that looks pretty good. Moving on to the fun stuff back here. So this is going to be our control panel. So tank heaters. So you got 12-volt tank heaters on your waste tanks. Electric and gas hot water heater combo. Got your water pump controls. Slide controls. Your gen start is inside here. And then you have your generator prime, of course, too. Another cool thing that they did with one of the earlier models that I've seen with this, you have a heat pump option on your AC up here. So you do have an electric option for some heat if you don't want to run your traditional propane-based furnace, which is kind of cool. So they have a split bath option, or kind of layout, I should say. Shower size. Decent sized shower stall, I believe. What did I say? 28 by 32 or something like that. Little skylight, little real light, which is kind of cool. And open the door here. So with this door open all the way, it actually clicks into place so you can separate the master and the bathroom from the living area of the coach and get a little bit more room and privacy. Onto the commode itself, you're going to have your toilet, little sink area here. You can see that is continuing on down. I haven't noticed this before, but it still feels solid back there. Not noticing punky again. You got 110 power right down there, your sink bowl, and a decent amount of storage actually up above. You don't have a real spot for like a trash can or anything like that. Maybe put the TP down there. Looks like they had one mounted right there. Decent amount of space. Get this closed up here. And the master. You're going to have a little TV mounted already. Decent amount of storage in this one. So you got his and hers wardrobes. It's cold outside, so I had to break the Carhartt out today. It's freezing. Queen size bed on this one, true queen size bed. One side gets a nightstand. You both get reading lights. You both get overhead storage. You get a window that opens right behind you. You got 110 power over there. And over here, yes, you do. There's one right in the corner right there. It looks like got a little bit more bubbling back here from something. I'm curious what that may be. I don't know what's under there. We will find out. But queen size bed, you got a decent amount of walk around space here. You can actually get into bed without hitting your knee. I'm halfway up it already. This side, I think you get a little bit more out of. That goes right to the trim on the slide out there. And I think that's about it for the tour here. If I missed anything, don't hesitate to let me know, and leave a comment. If this is something you're looking for, then let us know. We're happy to help. Thanks. All right, now we are looking at all the slides in on the rig here, and I mean, motorhomes, they always do a good job with it because they realize you're going to be utilizing the actual coach with the slides in most cases. So, of course, accessibility to all your seating area here. Actually, a pretty wide walkway through the back. Fridge access. You've got 3/4 of an open here, so good job. Of course, freezer will come out. And commode, you have 100% access. Now, the bed being a fixed bed, it doesn't flip up, so that's a good thing. You can actually use it, but again, I advise make sure you check out your state laws before you unbuckle. Certain states do require that all occupants of a motorhome be buckled while traveling through.